this wasn't just a miracle. Something real was happening inside the body. Let's look at the medicine behind this miracle. Imagine your body slowly filling with fluids. Your leg begins to swell, your abdomen tightens, and your skin stretches. This isn't just discomfort. This is your own body losing control of its fluids. Now picture this. A man stands in front of a crowd. His body is visibly swollen. Not weight gain, but fluid trapped inside his tissues. In the Bible, this condition is called dropsy. And in that moment, Jesus heals him instantly. But what exactly was happening inside his body? Today, we call this condition edema. This is when fluid accumulates or builds up in places it shouldn't. The arms, the legs, the abdomen, and even the lungs. Nearly 60% of our body is made up of fluids. But that fluid isn't just floating around randomly. It is carefully controlled and separated into different spaces, each with its own role. Some fluids stay inside your cell, what we call intracellular fluid. Some stay inside your blood vessels, which is plasma, and some sit in the spaces between your tissues, which we call interstitial fluid. Under normal conditions, your body controls exactly where that fluid should be. Think of it like water moving through different rooms. Each space has boundaries and each space has balance. But in conditions like dropsy, or rather edema, that balance begins to fail. It's like water escaping from a pipe and soaking into the walls. And that's when you start to see it. The swelling, the tightness, and the visible changes in the body. So the next question we should ask is, what causes all of this? Sometimes it's the heart. When the heart becomes weak, it can't push blood forward properly. So pressure builds and fluids are forced out into the tissues. Sometimes it's the liver. The liver produces a protein called albumin, which helps to pull fluid back into your bloodstream. But when the liver is damaged, that pulling force is lost and fluid begins to leak, filling the abdomen in a condition called ascites. Sometimes it's the kidneys. When they fail to regulate fluid properly, the body begins to retain water and the swelling spreads. Or even the lymphatic system. When the drainage is blocked, fluid has nowhere to go, so it builds up. Now, it's easy to think of edema as just a condition of appearance. Just swelling, just a puffy body. But it's way more than that. What you're actually seeing is fluid building up in places it shouldn't be. And that fluid doesn't just change how the body looks, it changes how it functions. It can feel like heavy, stiff limbs, a skin that is stretched tight, and an uncomfortable pain from the pressure of the trapped fluid. And in severe cases, this fluid doesn't just stay in tissues alone. If it collects in the lungs, it leads to pulmonary edema, where breathing becomes extremely difficult, as though the body is slowly drowning from the inside. And even more dangerously, if the fluid shifts into the brain, it becomes cerebral edema. That's not just swelling, that's pressure inside the skull. And that pressure can lead to severe headaches, confusion, vomiting, seizures, drowsiness, and in extreme cases, a coma. Because the brain is literally being compressed inside a rigid box with no room to expand. Now, concerning the swelling in edema, not all swellings behave the same way. Sometimes when you press the swollen area with your fingers, it leaves a dent. The skin sinks in and slowly rises back up. That's called pitting edema. It usually means the fluid is moving freely within the tissues. But other times you press the skin and nothing happens. No imprint, no dent. And this is different because the fluid is more trapped, mixed with proteins or tissue changes, so the fluid doesn't move easily. Okay, think of it like this. Pitting edema is like pressing on a wet sponge, while non-pitting edema is like pressing on a firm dough. So back to that moment, that miracle. What we call edema is rarely the problem on its own. It's a warning sign, a visible overflow of an invisible internal failure. It could be heart failure, it could be kidney failure, it could be liver failure, and many other life-threatening diseases. What you see on the outside is only a shadow of something far more dangerous happening on the inside. That man wasn't just living under discomfort. He was living under a silent, progressive threat that could have ended his life. So when Jesus healed him, it wasn't just that the swelling disappeared. It wasn't just that his body looked normal again. Jesus wasn't treating a symptom. He was reaching into the root. And that's what makes this miracle so profound. It was complete restoration from the inside out. And that's something medicine cannot replicate. And that is the point. When science reaches its limit, scripture invites us to look higher. The miracle is always bigger than what you first see. This has been the medicine behind the miracle. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.